I'm currently steaming another board to go over the other bow here. Since I only got one board on it, I want one more to be able to laminate those together. So while that board is steaming, I'm going to work on the arrows. So what I did is I cut up some of these floor mat things that I bought, and I'm just going to take these are rough cut, and I'm going to glue them together like this. And I've taken some of these 3/8 inch poplar dowels, and I have simply just with my disc sander made a point here. And the idea is I'm going to glue these ends on like that, and here, and I should end up with a nice arrow that's secure to the poplar thing here. And then I will shape those into more arrow-like. Now, of course, I know that a bow and arrow would not have that type of arrowhead on the front of it, but it's the only way I can think of making this somewhat safe to allow enough foam on it. It should just have a pointy tip kind of like this, but rounded over. But I'm not going there because I need this to be as safe as possible. So I have some super glue, and to do that, I should have some gloves on. I don't want to glue my fingers together. It says that I'm supposed to really just attach it to one side, put drops on one side. So we'll see how this goes. Now I assumed I need to get the wood portion pretty well, or else that won't stick there. So I'll go ahead and do that. So I'm going to stick that on. And then I'm going to stick this one on. Line them up. I'm going to press really hard. And I'm going to hold it longer than it says to, because since this is kind of springy, it's going to want to spring away. So it said to hold for about 30 seconds, so I think I might hold for a whole minute. So I think we should fast forward. It appears that I have super glued it to the paper, so I think my best bet is to simply just cut that out. Seems to have sealed pretty well. I don't know whether I used too much or not. I think I'm pretty happy with that result. Does not seem to add a whole lot of weight to the bow, which is good. So I'll just trim those down in a little bit. I've taken some of the clamps off. You can see there's a fair amount of spring back, but that's okay. I'm going to be putting the clamps back on, but my idea now is to take out this other board, and I've got it all marked as to where it should go, right here in the center. Line it up flush with the other board, get the clamps on it as quickly as I can. Now the other board that I've already done is going to act kind of as a form in itself, so it should be easier to bend this board. It's also thinner now, so I sawed it in half. So just going to work my way down here. Trying to keep them nice and straight with each other. Hopefully I still got some bend in here. I'm thinking maybe I'm better off doing a slightly different technique here. Well, that worked out nicely. Okay, that's good. There's no clamp on the other side is the problem. I'll deal with that later. I'll do the same thing over here. Now I'm going to feel better about this bow knowing that there are two boards on it with, it's the same board, but I flipped the grains around so that it shouldn't split in any particular area the same way.
It'll take several more episodes to finish this project. If you like what you're seeing so far, please give a thumbs up. If you really like it, consider subscribing. Thank you.